Let's take a look at LeBron James' achievements back in high school. 4 years with St. Vincent, St. Mary's, and check it out. Very, very similar to the numbers he puts up nightly in the NBA at 25, 8, and 5. Eric, three-time state champion, three-time Mr. Basketball, an absolutely sensational high school career.
Yeah, that's terrific. And the one thing you got to quote on this is 16 less minutes. So you're doing this in a 32-minute game. So that's terrific. So you have a guy that's putting up those numbers, and on top of those numbers, he's the best player in the state, and he's winning state championships. So you can't beat that.
And after that resume, automatically the #1 overall pick when the Cleveland Cavaliers, fortunately for them, won the NBA's draft lottery. And now, joining us is LeBron's first high school coach, currently the head coach of the Akron Zips, Keith Dambrot. Keith, welcome to the show. It is wonderful to have you on. And the first thing I want to ask you is, when was the first time you saw LeBron James, and what were your thoughts?
I saw him when he was 13 years old. He came to a workout at the Akron Jewish Center. I had heard a lot about him. And the biggest thing that I noticed was just what a sponge he was. He took in a lot of things well, and he learned very quickly.
And when you had him as a freshman and sophomore at St. Vincent, St. Mary's, we're taking a look at footage of him with you as the coach back at that time. I want to ask you this. At what stage of his high school career, the 4 years at St. Vincent, St. Mary's, do you think he could have been a Division I basketball player?
He was very close as a freshman in high school. He was only 6'4", 170 when he at the end of his freshman year, but his skill level was remarkable as a freshman. And even if he wouldn't have grown and developed into the 270-pounder he is now, I think he would have been a good NBA player.
Coach, how you doing?
Hey, Eric, how are you?
I'm doing terrific. My question is, I know you had LeBron, but I really want to know, when you have this young kid, like, what goes in your mind as far as what position are you going to put him in when you see all this talent that he has?
That's a great question. When I had him, I played him at every position. At the beginning of the game, he played in the low post. At the end of the game, he played point guard, and in the middle of the game, he played on the wing. So we used him wherever we had to win games.
And, Coach, I want to ask you about his football playing. One of the best wide receivers in the state, if I'm not mistaken. And, you as the head coach of the team at the time, we're taking a look at his football activity right here. Were you worried when you knew he was out on the gridiron taking shots?
Not really, because as Eric knows, St. Vincent St. Mary, much like his school, Canton McKinley, a lot of guys played football and basketball. So we had about half our team playing football. And he was just such a good athlete, I knew he'd be all right.
Wow, look at that right there, getting the football across the pylon, scoring a TD, put up pretty amazing numbers. I know, Coach, that his mom was not feeling the football at all. She wanted him off the gridiron on the 50-by-94 to ensure that NBA career that was looming for him.
Well, and then he had the scare, in the summer with the broken wrist, so I don't think she was feeling it too much.
Coach, when you see LeBron today, can you honestly sit there and say, I knew he would be, right where he's at now, and the fact that he keeps improving? Can you say that when you seen him in high school that you think that he would be as good as he is today?
No, I can't say that. I knew he was a pro, Eric. I had 3 guys playing the NBA before him when I was a college coach before, but you never know, as you know, what motivates guys and what money will do to guys. But I knew he had the talent to be a great player. I thought he was going to be a little bit more like Magic Johnson. His scoring has kind of really surprised me, and he's just a good all-around player, isn't he?
He certainly is. He's going straight to the Hall of Fame, as a matter of fact. Coach, what kind of student was LeBron James?
LeBron was very conscientious, and I think that's one thing that makes him such a great player today is he's very disciplined. I think he's better mentally than he is physically, which is quite a statement, and I thought he did a really good job in the classroom. And
one other question about his childhood and coming up. What sort of difficulties were there for LeBron James, the child coming up? Were there any, take us sort of in the history of LeBron James, even before high school?
There's no question. I think he missed like 85 days of school in the 4th grade. So he had a very, very difficult life. Now, some people did a wonderful job with him. His mother really did a good job. The Walker family, the Joyce family, the Cotton family, Brenda Weems, people like that did a great job of really helping this guy become what he is today. And I think they deserve a lot of credit.
And, Coach, on a personal note, you're in your 5th year as the head coach of the Akron Zips. Talk about your team this year. You guys heading for greatness, or what's in store for your squad?
This is the youngest team we've had. We've had a very good program over the last 4 years. We have 7 freshmen out of our 13 scholarship guys and only 1 senior. We're currently 7-4, and we're becoming a good team. But as you know, it's very difficult when you're playing that many young guys.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. Love the insights. Love the walk down memory lane with LeBron James, who you coached as a freshman and sophomore at St. Vincent St. Mary's. Thanks so much, Coach. Best of luck with Akron this year and in the future.
Thank you so much.